So I'm gonna have to do it from my phone. I was trying to do it from my tablet, and it would not let me join.
But we're here, and that's just life. And sometimes lives we have challenges, but we just override them. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We're here,
get your
though,
volume
guys.
up some more.
You said what now?
Get your volume up some more, because we're still gonna do this live. Listen to me.
Okay.
We're still gonna do this live, okay? We stick to our promises.
Or to our commitments. Yes. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me?
No, it's low. Why can't I hear it? Why can I hear you?
I don't know.
Okay, I hear you now.
Okay.
Say something.
Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Amber.
Okay, finally we are here.
Wow,
let's
so
talk some goddess talks. Okay.
People
let's
don't know
talk
we
some goddess
goofy.
talks. Maybe I should get my earphones. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Y'all hear me good? This is weird. We're still gonna do this right, even though we are 20 minutes past, almost 30 minutes past time. I gotta try to prop my phone up. Hey, beautiful people. Hi, Alexandria. Hey.
Okay.
Comment if you're watching so we can know who's watching with us, so we can say hi. And thanks for coming on.
Okay, we're good now. We're good. I can hear you. It's clear and everything. I got my earpods on.
I can hear clearly now that Amber's and Courtney's on.
Okay,
I'm so good.
we're here. Clear. Let's take a deep breath. Whatever's going to come through, whoever's watching this video, whoever it's for, I hope whatever messages we have to share about being a goddess and dating chronicles, that this reaches you guys. This gives you some type of insight, some type of inspiration, some type of way for you to step into your entire power and really start to magnetize the things that you want into your life. So if you are new to this video, again, I want to reintroduce myself. My name is Amber Williams, and I am an energetic designer, a transformational business mentor, and a personal development expert. I have my bestie on here. She is also, if you are new to my world, in human design, she's a 4/6, and I'm a 4/6 in human design. We'll have to talk about that on another video, because people have been hitting me up nonstop today about human design, and I will talk more about this amazing tool that I use with my clients and that I discovered like 5-6 years ago that just changed my life. It just sped up the evolution of my life. So let's just introduce yourself, friend.
Okay. I hope my phone stay up. Y'all notice how my phone just kept falling down. I wish y'all could see my setup. But I am Courtney YoungHarness. I am realtor, an actress, model. I am a business strategy coach. I am it's a lot that I do. A lot that I'm about to put out there that I've been holding on to. I'm a woman that operates on all things Courtney. So I promote doing what I like to promote is that, no one ever told us that we had to do one thing in life. That if God blessed you with multiple talents and skills, then by all means utilize all of them. So I do not operate and only do one or two things. I do all things Courtney.
Really, to tell the truth, it's not even about like doing all, it's just being multi-dimensional. I think like people are really told that you're only supposed to focus on one thing, that you should only have like a niche. And there's so many people out there that they have so many gifts that they want to share with the world. And why not be able to share with the world all your gifts,
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get into this. So, like I said, I mentioned before, Courtney, the last time we did a live was 6 months ago, was right after I came to Jackson for a goddess circle in Jackson State Homecoming. And if you guys don't know, Courtney and I have been friends since, 2099. We went to college together.
Yeah.
So this is what you're seeing is over 20 years of friendship.
Yes.
Lots of evolution, growth between both of us. And when we talk about it, we always say that is it echoing?
No.
Okay.
I wish your volume was a little more higher, but we hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. The thing about it is that when the Courtney and I talk about when we were in college, we were always operating in our goddess energy. And if you don't know what a goddess is, because goddess is new to somebody, a goddess is a female, is a woman who knows who she is.
Yes.
She's empowered. And I tell people all the time, as a woman, if you have a womb, you're already empowered, right? You don't need to be empowered. You're already empowered. You give birth. You are a divine channel that gives birth to life, right? And so we just knew, and we still to this day, we know who we are. But when we were younger, we were just living life. We were just doing the things that we wanted to do. And then later on, moving, I had a child, things started slowing down. Courtney got married. And then we kind of like didn't talk to each other for a while, but we would always keep in contact. And then we were missing out on everything that was going on in life. And we just were going through our own journey, right? And it has brought us to this place in life. I want to say about 5-6 years ago, Courtney? Like we really got back. We came back like together and
Yeah.
became back really close, like we were in college.
Mm-hmm.
But we were both going through our own processes in
Yeah.
life. I was living in Los Angeles. Like I just can say this, my self-esteem was terrible. And for someone who never suffered from self-esteem issues, when I moved to Los Angeles and I just got out of a relationship that was the catalyst for me to pick all my stuff up and move my son to California and say to myself, you know what? I'm just going to figure it out. I'm just going to figure out there. I need to get out of Kansas. I feel like I've lost myself. I feel like I'm not the same Amber. I don't feel like I'm on my purpose. And I just started this journey. It was like, one, I stepped into my spiritual awakening. I was already awakened already as a person spiritually, but my spiritual awakening started to speed up around 2010, and a lot of my gifts started to come back online. And when I say online, it's like I started to remember who I was. And it was around 2016, me and my friend, we went to Mexico City, and it was like I was doing a lot of work. I was working with an acupuncturist. I had worked with a shaman. And then I just heard like the voice of like the goddess was just like, you need to do more work. You need to step into your gifts. You need to share your gifts with the world. And then like Courtney and I were just talking, and she was going through what she was going through, and I'm gonna have her, she's gonna talk about that. And I just remember asking my acupuncturist, I was like, I need you to prepare me to have another baby. I think I want to have another baby. So can you prepare me? Like, I'm preparing myself for my husband. I'm preparing myself for this dream life that I feel that I'm living, that's continuing to evolve every single day. Like, and we're going to talk about that later on, just manifestation and becoming very clear on your vision of what kind of life you want for yourself and what you see for yourself. So I'm going to move on to that, but I ended up birthing my purpose. It wasn't time for me to birth another child. It is for me to have another child. Like I ended up birthing these healing circles. I ended up stepping into coaching. I ended up birthing my new business, sharing personal development, helping women step into transformation. That's what I started birthing, right? That was the baby that I needed to birth. And in the midst of that, a lot of my clients have been friends. And I was just saying earlier today, I was watching one of my friends, and she is going through a healing journey. And just to see how far she's come in a year, and I work with her personally. So I really want Coco to really go back and start talking about, you said there's echo from the earphones? Okay, I'm going to take them off then. Okay. Echoing.
Say something again.
Are they still echoing now?
No, but okay. Okay, you're good.
Okay. So Coco, I really want you to go back to April, us sitting in the goddess circle, and what has really happened for you the last 6 months.
Okay. You may have to put your earphones back on. So let me just kind of, before I start at April, really, really quickly, I'll go ahead and just dump it out there really, really fast so I can get it out of my mouth. And so everyone who's listening can truly feel and understand where how far I've come since April, but not just April, how far since I've come since about 3 years ago. But, we're on Facebook, everybody know me as an outspoken person, as a speaker. I motivate, encourage, others, to live their life to the fullest, to live your dreams and all those different things. So everyone that know me as a speaker, know me as someone who try to uplift, encourage, and motivate others through my own life, personal life stories, experiences, etc. So a lot of people on here know that I, was married. A lot of people know that and know that I probably I haven't been talking about it in a few years now. And so I had to make the hardest decision of my life. Do I walk away from my marriage, or do I stay? And I've learned through my healing journey that you can share your story without sharing your story, right? Without really sharing it. And what I never wanted to do was share the full details of anything, because one thing I can say, when healing allows you to be able to accept things as they are, and to release anger, to release the pain, so you can operate in your goddess power, so you can operate in your feminine energy, and not allow that experience to leave you bitter and hurt and all those different things. And so over the years, or I can say, I'm just going to start where I actually started the healing process. And I spoke about this before now in the last live that we did, and how I had to really fight and work through, because I found myself on the couch in my brother's home, and my niece, and the covers over me, and my niece is walking up to me saying, "T Coco, what's wrong?" And they see the tears falling, and I can't explain to my babies, to my sweethearts, what's going on with T Coco. But that woke me up, and that let me know, you got to heal, girl. The last audition that I had, I couldn't even find the drive, the character. I'm so used to getting a script and immediately finding the character and delivering the lines. I couldn't even get it. I couldn't even conjure up, what I needed to do to bring that character out. And I was like, you got to heal, right? So I started the process, and it was not easy. It was a lot of tears, a lot of standing outside, looking up at the full moon, a lot of standing outside, looking up at the sky, because I'm like, I need you to see. I'm looking at you, God. I'm talking to you, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of work in the beginning. It was a lot of work. But when I tell you that to have a friend like you, Amber, that have allowed God to, guide you to where I've always known you will get here, but to actually see you here and what you're doing for others is blowing my mind. And this is going to lead me to April by saying this. So, it was a process. But before marriage, like you said, I was operating in my feminine power. Like, I was operating in my feminine power. If I wanted to go out on a date, I went on a date. If I did not, I did. It's just, that's, operating your feminine power, your goddess power, your feminine energy is having control over who you are as a woman. And the men can feel it. They can feel you as a goddess. They can feel your energy, and they gonna step to you in the manner in which they feel that energy coming to them. Right. So basically what happened is that what I discovered, because I also want to talk to current wives. I want to talk to women who are wives, and I want to talk to women who want to become wives. From my experience, what I found, and this is all about me, it's not about anything else but me. And what I discovered is that I had lost myself in my marriage. My goddess energy and feminine energy and power, it faded away from me because I got lost in being the wife, that I forgot about staying grounded in the Courtney and not forgetting who I am and not forgetting, all the things that I really want to do. So it took me a minute to get back to that, but it took my mother passing away for me to start that process of realizing that I really wasn't out there being Lee Courtney. I was just being the wife and doing what I needed to do, and nothing is wrong with that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I wish that I had realized that I was losing focus on me, who I am, what my purposes are, and all those things. Just gonna jump over a lot of things because I want to get to the main thing that I'm trying to share. Going through what I went through, trying to make that decision. Do I stay in my marriage or do I leave? Woo, my God, that was tough. But I knew that when I made the decision that the only way that I would be able to enter back into this world, as a single woman, was to work on myself first, was to heal myself first, was to release the anger, release the hurt, release the pain. And I realized, and I made the post, to prepare everybody for this live, that we've come across posts where we see comments from women, and we can see that there's a lot of women that still hurting. They're not operating in their feminine power, that goddess energy that they're, some of their comments just show the hurt that they're still experiencing. So let me go to April. You came down, and I finally had the opportunity to attend your goddess circle in person, right? Just really experienced it for myself. And I literally walked in. I wanted to remove myself as friend and come in as, a client, someone who's here to get what this lady is offering. And when I tell you when it was done, to feel the positive energy that was flowing through my body, like I can just feel it going all through me. And I can feel myself in that moment, after the circle, how much stronger I was in my mind, in my body, in my spirit. And I knew, okay, you're on the right path. Keep going. Since then, I still have moments. I still have moments where I break down because I'll say, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe, this is happening. And, because I never thought in a million years, that I would ever have to make such a decision. But getting to where we're taking this live is wanting to pour into the women, especially that's watching, that you have to tap into your emotions, your thoughts, and your feelings, and you have to be real. You have to be real with yourself. And so since April, it taught me, that Goddess Circle taught me to how to really feel what I'm feeling, take a moment to really hear what I'm thinking. Where is it coming from? Now how can I release that from me? How can I release that from me? And I do a much better job at releasing. And another thing is having that person that you can call on in that moment, because sometimes you have that moment where you just feeling a little weak, you feeling a little down, and to be able to have someone like Amber, to be able to have someone like Pranay, which is my best friend, but also a therapist. I had to get a therapist, also have a life coach. So Amber is two part. She's like, she's like my coach, and helping me, guide me, with the feminine energy, goddess energy, and all those different things. The all those different things. So she's two parts. So sometimes I have to, remove the friend and allow her to really work, as the human design coach that she is. But ladies, when I want to tell you that it's not easy to feel your feelings, but you have to. Operating your goddess power is first and foremost tapping into that part of you. Know what it is that you have to work on, because it's only when we start to work on those things that we can start to release those things and feel ourselves operating more in our feminine power and energy. So I don't want to keep rambling because I want to make sure that we keep going, but I wanted to make sure that you all understand what the true purpose of this live is, so you can start allowing yourself to take this in, so tonight you can start working on it.
Mm-hmm. I think that, like, you hit some very good points, and I wanted to really go back on vulnerability, especially, us being African American women. We're taught all the time that we need to be so strong. We're taught all the time that even if you're having a bad day, like, you shouldn't cry, you should hold it in. And those things are holding you back. They are manifesting into things that are called reproductive issues. That's what I believe. And that's not even just what I believe, that's just what I know. When you allow yourself not to feel emotions, we push it down. It turns into overeating. It turns into putting up a brick wall and not allowing people to come in. It blocking our blessings, And the thing about being vulnerable is that we have to understand, when it comes to men are very sensitive beings, right? And they feel everything that we feel, like our emotions. They feel when we're pushing, when we're trying to force them to do something that we're not, instead of just focusing on our pleasure. Like, that is the thing about being a goddess. That's the thing about dating as a goddess, is that you cannot control what someone else does. Like, you must remember that. Like, I want women to remember, like, you can't control somebody else. The only thing you can control is your emotions, your attitude, and how you feel about the current moment, right? How someone else acts has nothing to do with you. So definitely, when it comes to, like, dating with men, it's about being vulnerable. It's about staying tapped into your pleasure, right? Men love to be in your world. That's like why, like, they're out all the time competing. They're out all the time, being macho, and they want to come to some place that's soft, that's warm,
Yeah.
that's just forgiving, that's open, that's nurturing. And we just find women so much now, they're trying to control situations. You're trying to control men. Like, why do you want to control a man? Like, he ain't trying to control you. And if he is trying to control you, that's a problem. But like I was saying, like, vulnerability is one of the key aspects of femininity. Like,
Yeah.
femininity and being feminine is about flowing, right? All of us, we hold masculine and feminine energies. I want you to remember that. Everybody has masculine and feminine energies. But when we get into masculine and feminine traits, right? Feminine is about the flow. It's about allowing things to flow. So when you're always restricted and always trying to control the outcome of stuff like that, you kind of see that you bump into something called resistance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you get resistance with your partner or whatever, because you're trying to control the outcome, instead of just coming from a place of vulnerability, speaking your feelings to that person and speaking your truth. Like, being feminine does not mean that you're a doormat, that you don't tell somebody how you feel. It's about expressing what you feel in the moment, right? And it's not always about what I think. It's about what you feel. Like, what is your body saying? And when you express that to a man, especially when you're dating, because I just already went into the whole dating situation, you know, when you're expressing your boundaries and you're allowing that person to hear what you have to say, it's a little bit more receptive, you know? And it's so funny because I want to say I kind of stopped dating back in, well, I didn't really stop dating. I'm always dating. But when I ended up moving to California, I was like, I just want to focus on me at the moment and figuring out what I want. My mom always says to me that most of the time women and men don't know what they want. That's why we have so many people out here talking about relationships are so hard. It's either you want to do this thing or you don't. That's at the end of the day. Either you out here dating for fun and you have no end goal for it, or you are dating with a purpose. And it's very important for you to be up front with somebody that this is what I'm trying to do, right? So you can clear out who doesn't need to be there and call in who you need to bring in. And when it comes to manifesting the life you want, you hear that, Alexandra? Period. When it comes to manifesting the life you want, you got to be clear.
Yeah.
You've got to be clear. What do you want? Sis, what do you want? Bruh, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? I tell my friend all the time, she sent me a meme. She's like, this is you, Amber. Like, what do you want? Like, if you don't know what you want, like, how do you expect to give it? I know we hear the thing like God's going to give you what you need, but at the same time, he might send you something that you think you need, but it's really not what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And in this new paradigm, we getting everything we want.
Yeah.
We dating our dream partner. We marrying. Look, here we go. We marrying our dream partners, right?
Yeah.
And so you've got to get clear. You've got to be okay with being vulnerable. You've got to be okay with being open. You've got to be okay with expressing how you feel, right? And not thinking if you express how you feel that man is going to run away, because if he does run away with you expressing how you feel, like, he's not the person for you, right?
Yep.
But that's what I really wanted to, kind of like jump on the part with vulnerability when it comes to dating, because I know I see Alexandra on here and we talk about this all the time. And we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, and she said, but I don't want them to know that I don't want to look weak or something. I think that's what we said, Alexandra.
Yeah.
I don't want to look weak. You're not being weak. Like, that's what a man's supposed to do. And it was so funny because we were having this conversation and a guy walked by and I was like, men are supposed to be making your life better. That's what men's job is. Men, if you're on here, quote me not right. Don't you want to come in and make a woman's life better because she gonna make your life better?
Yeah.
Like, so if you can't be vulnerable and open and share how you feel with your man, like, that's a problem. Like,
yeah.
you really need to sit down and have a real conversation with him.
Right. And so that's the thing about me when I said what I had to do to prepare myself to get. So it's, it's amazing because I'm coming out and you're ready. You're ready for marriage. I'm coming out of it. And so it's like what I can say is, for me stepping back into, the dating world, at first it was like, I'm just focused on myself, where I'm trying to take myself, I have to refocus. My whole life has changed. My whole life goals have changed. Now it's Lee Courtney, what do you want? Only you. But, I got to the point where I was like, I realized, dang, I still believe in love. I still believe in marriage. I still believe, that, and let me tell you what I also discovered, that you can have more than one soulmate in life. You can have a soulmate for the time that soulmate was meant to be in your life, and then you may evolve and that's where I am. You transition into the new you or new phase of your life, and that new you, because you've worked on yourself to discover who the new you are, so the new you can be empowered. Then you open the door up to meet your soulmate in this part of your life.
Yeah.
And so what I had to do was, like I said, I had to work and not allowing the past hurt, pain. And don't listen, let me just put this out. I don't want nobody to think that just because I decided to walk away from my marriage, I'm saying I had a bad marriage. I did not have a bad marriage. It's just the last couple of years went shit. But that's all I'm saying. It's just we became different people. We just, it's a lot to discuss when it comes to that. But please understand that I'm not saying like that was my first husband was my soulmate. He was just meant for me at that time of my life. Fresh out of college, I became a woman. I became the woman that I am today in that. So to get here on this side of it, to now say, okay, oh, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready to see what the world got up there. And now I'm out here. I'm like, is what y'all doing?
This is what we doing out here in the dating world, because this is the wild west out here.
I said, this what
dating
now,
right now is the wild west. But I'm telling you, you gotta know what you want.
You have
just like
to know what you
have
want.
to know what you want. And just like my friend says, and I had her on my podcast, dating is data collection. You're just collecting data.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, collecting that data, like you can make a clear, logical decision if this is what you want to do, you want to move forward. Because like when it comes to dating, you got to use logic. It's like, excuse everybody in the background, my child is having fun. But like you've got to use logic when it comes to dating, right? It's just data collection. Everything that's happening, that's going on with that person, you're picking up and you're deciding, is this what I want? And I was telling a friend the other day, I was like, do you have a list? And I know some people say they don't want to have a list, but even in coaching, I have a list of what I think my client should look like, right? Someone who's ready to come all in and do the work, who's ready to implement and do the tool, use the tools and the processes and the framework that I give them, right? I have a list of what I want my client to look like. So why would I not have a list? Now, my list of what the man I want to marry looks like, it's not some crazy, it's all about like integrity. It's about the life that I want to live. Does that person align with it, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of women don't know what they want. So if Mr. Joe Schmo came in front of them and it's giving everything they want, they're so caught up in what he looks like. And it's so funny because when you think about it, like arranged marriages last longer than marriages sometimes that were just love marriages, right? There's like a difference in different cultures. There's love marriages and there's arranged marriages, right? And it's like, you have to think about it, like when you start dating somebody and if you're allowing it to start off as just a physical attraction and it's not something that you really get to know each other. Because I think that's what it is nowadays with people. We see people are they see on social media, like if you allow social media to play a big part in your relationship, it will. Like you have to remember this, like it's just entertainment. It's a highlight reel. And if you see me on the internet, I'm on here because this is how I market my business. Like I don't take everything that I see on social media for real, right? Sometimes it's all fun and games. Sometimes it's just for shit and giggles and we just having fun, right? But I really do, like, I am coming across a lot of people that are struggling in relationships because of social media. And they are not really focused on building that foundational part in their relationship. They don't have separate lives. They don't know who they are as a person, which is very important. You can't get out here and date if you don't know who you are. Like, you got to do the work. You got to heal. You got to how can you want the person that you're with to become all this way and be perfect, but you're not even doing the work, right? And I'm not saying that you're not worthy of that person, but like, let's show up as, I love saying this, equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be with somebody who has all the money in the world, but if they're a shitty person, like, like what the freak does it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I was saying was even if you are in a relationship right now or in a marriage right now, you you can still tap into that and work, go discover those things you need to work on. Because what you don't want to do is, a lot of times when we are in our relationships, we don't realize the reason why we react a certain way or say certain things is because no matter how long you two have been together, sometimes your reaction, the way you speak, the way you handle things stems from past experiences that you did not take time to release. And it may not have been from another relationship, it may have been family trauma or issues that you haven't tackled and went through, that's spilling over into your relationship, or or hindering the way you communicate, the way you operate, or you being able to sit in your femininity in your relationship, because you were speaking. And two things to say about that: you also have to have a man that is working on himself too. Like these guys, y'all have to work too. Y'all have to do the work as well. We women can't just be doing our work and being all in our feminine power and energy for you, but then you're not being in your good masculine energy for us to be able to give us space and freedom to exist as women with you, because I like to say that the men set the tone, I feel, of how we are, how we like, you pretty much set the tone of how we are with you as a woman. If you make us feel like, oh, I can just leave the world behind me when I walk through these doors and just sit in my just exist as a woman, just to sit in my femininity. But ladies, even if you're in a relationship now, you can still tap into your mind,
Even if you're in a
those
relationship.
things that you need to work on. Because what I don't want you to do, like I said, is lose yourself, lose your that goddess energy is really what continues to drive you know
Still,
feel like that when we lose that, you lose that energy, you lose that power, and you get overwhelmed easy, all those things. But being in your power helps you to manage your life better. It really does. It manage your day-to-day life.
It does. That
Hmm.
is that I can speak to that. I saw a meme the other day that said, when you're in the presence of true masculinity, you feel protected and it's easier for you to be soft, you know? And we have so much going on in the world right now, and it's a lot. It is a lot for men, it's a lot for women. But I think when it comes to, and this is something I'm going to talk more about, creating conscious relationships with your partner, it's about really having that foundational awareness of where each other's at, coming from a place of understanding, not a place of judgment. Um, it's so important for you to learn. It's so important for you to learn where your partner is at, what more does that partner need from you, and how can you hold space for that person. I think for me, especially on my journey of dating and data collection over the years, it has really helped me to become stronger in my voice, become stronger in my boundaries, and really know what I like and what I don't like. Um, and I'm a very good communicator. So if we can't communicate in a relationship, we can't talk about anything, like we're not going to work. Like there's no way that you can create a dream relationship, the relationship I want, if we can't communicate, right? If I can't tell you how I'm feeling at the moment and I don't feel like I'm supported at the moment, like we're not going to work, right? But that is the thing about being a goddess. It's like standing tall. It's about owning who you are, and it's not about like screaming at the top of your lungs and going off on somebody. It is like when you are in your goddess power, when you are in that feminine flow, like you're not only speaking it, but they are feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they know when you're telling something like, I need to listen. Like, right? We got to get better at like, not only are we speaking it, but is our energy giving it off. Right. So they can understand.
Yeah.
And that's so important in dating. Like, it's so important to really go in and really establish your boundaries with that person.
Yeah.
Not holding up a wall. I feel like when if you're really grounded in who you are and how you feel at the moment, it's so easy to pick up on red flags of like something's not right. Like,
yeah,
as women, we're so intuitive, we're so can be very, very tapped in, and then we can feel when things are not right, you know. I have a story because I told the story not too long ago. I remember in college, freshman year, right? No names will be used, but I was dating this guy, or talking to him, whatever you want to say, and he said something to me that was so off. It wasn't right. I felt it in my bones, in the energy. I was like, it's a red flag. Something ain't right. Like the way he just talked to me. So I had to let him go. And then the next relationship he got in with, he was beating the girl. And I was like, oh man, I dodged a bullet. Like, all from the feeling, all because I was just really tapped into who I am. And that goes along with, working with women. I'm just hearing that, a lot from women from all areas of life that are not really tapped into what they feel like.
Yeah.
There's so many situations I could use to talk about how, we're not tapped in, but I think it's just not neglecting our pleasure. So many women are told that feeling good is not right. Like, pleasure is wrong. Like, a lot of women are told pleasure is wrong. Even when it comes to sex, like, let's go to that too. Even when it comes to sex, like your own pleasure, like when you're going into an experience with a man or whatever you do, like, you should be going in for you. You know what I'm saying? It's like the benefit of you and that person coming together is going to be a pleasurable experience when you are putting yourself first. Even when you're flying on a plane, it always tells you, put your air mask on, then help the person next. So why wouldn't you do that in your own sexual experience? Like, you got to put yourself first. Like, women don't do that enough. We're always trying to be a giver when we are the receiver.
Oh,
the sperm chases the egg, babe. The sperm chases the egg, babe.
That's so funny.
We birth, like, and so we have to like look at these, how do you say, these processes, like how they are with life. Like, being feminine is to receive. It's not saying that you shouldn't like be a giver. Yes,
Yeah,
but like receive from that man. I hear from a lot of masculine men that they tell me, they're like, we don't want you to give us stuff. We just want you to be, like, allow us to give to you. Like, a lot of masculine men, that's what they like. Well, a lot of masculine men I have dated, they're like, they just want to give to me, right? Because they already got what they need. And I remember growing up, like, thinking of my dad. Like, my dad really didn't want any stuff. He just wanted us to be happy. He just wanted my mom to be happy. He just wanted to give us stuff, Yeah. And so we're always thinking that we need to give instead of just like being. You know what I'm saying? How can you know what a man can do for you if you don't allow him to step up to the plate?
Oh.
You're always trying to just, like, I was talking to somebody the other day and we were just saying, like, men do not care about titles. They don't care that, they don't care. They just, like, a lot of men just want to take care of you spiritually, mentally, physically. They just want to be, men came here to be providers. They came here to make your life easier, right? And we're just always trying to fight it. And when you really step into that goddess energy. Like you let these men serve you.
They gladly want to.
They want to serve you. They just want to be in your world. They want to experience your essence.
Yeah. So with that being said, speaking of when we were saying dating a goddess, specifically what we're saying is your energy when you're as a goddess, when you're dating, the men are going to react. They are going to react to you, to your energy. They're gonna feel it, because every time I step out, it never fails. I don't care if he's a thug standing at the gas station outside. It I noticed all I'm doing is just walking or just, being out and being me. But I realize it's because I know I'm operating in my power now, and I'm flowing that feminine flow. They feel it, and it doesn't matter what age they are, young, hella old, they all react to me the same way. What I mean by this is the way that they talk or speak or come. The men feel your energy. They feel it when you are a woman who know what you're feminine, or a woman who's living in, in your femininity. I just had this older man at the gas tank. He was like, oh my God. And he just started just complimenting and saying different things, but it was the words and the things that he was saying. I was like, oh, well, thank you, well, thank you, and I learned to say thank you when I get these compliments and go on with my business, And I just don't think because I'm saying thank you, man, you got that, don't go there. But the point that I'm making, ladies, is dating as a goddess, meaning that you know the power that you have. It also means that you don't have to respond to every man or every guy that comes at you. You don't like being dating as a goddess, meaning that you don't feel like you have to physically be with somebody, right? Dating as a goddess mean that if you want to give your body, not because of the man or nothing, but it's because it comes from Amber. You're walking out on that. You are walking out to live in your purpose, your power, and your pleasure, your own purpose, power, pleasure. Purpose, power, pleasure. So, dating as a goddess means that open your legs up to everybody. Just because the guy that you really want ain't answering his phone tonight, that don't mean you go and you call up the next guy because you just get you some toys. That's operating in your and God is
dating to me is very spiritual.
You're like, when you are just letting multiple men have you, that ain't operating in your feminine power and energy, ladies. No, let the men desire you, and let them fight for the opportunity to even talk to you on the phone. Let them realize they have to come correct to you before you to even say hello. You got what I'm saying? So that's dating as a goddess, not being out here in this world feeling like you got to have somebody, you got to be, because before I met my husband, marriage was never on my list. Before I had met him, that was like, I knew that I would get married one day, so why is it on my list? What was on my list is my goals that I wanted to accomplish, where I wanted to take myself in life. And I just so happened to meet the man that I fell in love with and said yes to when he asked me to marry him. And so that's being in your power, where you're not out here like, oh my gosh, I just want a man. Oh my gosh, where are the men? Stop asking where they at and just wake up and be you. Just wake up and live in your purpose and your power, to seek out your own pleasure. And they will feel that, and the right men that's meant to attract that your energy is meant to attract. The right, hear what I just said, the right, okay, is going to feel that. and you won't be getting all these guys that you
Fuck
just
boys.
hitting, the wall with. Because, baby, understand me, the ones that can handle your energy, their energy, they will be masculine enough, and they will be empowered enough in themselves as a man to be able to ease in there and say, can I take you to dinner? And because I get asked out to dinner a lot, but I don't know. It takes a lot. I have to know what I feel. Our energies have to combine in some way before I say yes to even giving you my number or anything like that. So when we say dating as a goddess, that's what we mean. Being in your power where you don't feel like you have to be with somebody. You have to be physical with somebody. You have, it's no, because it would automatically just come to you and you get to decide what you want and don't want.
That was good. It was good. Because you know what? One thing I said, I think when I was going on this journey, I was watching a lot of doing a lot of work. And one thing I know is just like money is unlimited, men are unlimited. But when we have these limited beliefs and you tell yourself there's no good men out there, yeah, you stopping the good men to come. There are tons of good men out here, okay? Ladies, I meet good men all the time. They may not be the ones for me, but I meet good men all the time, but sometimes people be like, oh, he doesn't look like I want him to look, or he's not tall enough. What about the qualities of that person? My mom, I always listen to my mom, and when she met my dad's pretty short. He's 5'5". My mom's like 5'7", so she's taller than him. And she was like, yeah, my friends used to make fun of him. He was a little nerdy scientist, but the nerdy scientist was the person that was for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we just get a lot of women get caught up in the looks. And I'm gonna tell you this, that is very masculine to go off of looks. Attraction is you guys understand, attraction is about energy, right? It's not about when it comes into looks, because that all that stuff can change. It can fade. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is unlimited out here. There's so many amazing women and men out here that women, we just have to do better of being open, and doing the work on ourselves so we can manifest that dream partner. And I can say for myself, dating has gotten so much better, even in the brisk of the pandemic, in 2020. I've been going on dating people left and right, meeting people left and right, because in our mind, in our logical mind, we think where are we gonna find these people? It's about, when I think about dating and when I think about my partner, it's such a spiritual thing. It's such an energy based thing. We bring these people into our lives. I can't wait to share my story when it does whatever unfolds for my story in life.
And can you really quickly, can you speak on that? Being a single mom and just, trust me, I know what I'm going to say. Speak on being a single mom and, how that was, dating, but, the transformation into where you are as a woman now, knowing that, okay, you know what, now I know, because you've said I dated and it was really for fun. I knew that I really wasn't in the moment in my life where I was ready, or I personally was ready for a long-term relationship, marriage, because you had to build yourself up to where you are because you want a healthy long-term relationship, marriage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you, speak on that as a single mom, how you knew your focus was raising your son, and now his age, and now he's at an age where, okay, now I really can focus on connecting to, or preparing myself for that man that I want to spend my life with, at this point in where you are now.
Okay, so like for my journey, okay, so before anything, I don't even really like the term single mom. You know, I don't like that
Right.
word.
I love how you describe it.
Supportive mom.
Supportive.
I've been a supportive mom the whole time. The word single mom just sounds less than, right? So for me, it's never been that there have not been any men around. Like I've
Right.
never had that issue of men. Okay. It was more or less I had the issue of choosing the wrong ones. Allowing the wrong ones in my life, right? Just allowing anybody and then getting in the lack mind state, like, well, I won't find, dating someone I like and then it didn't work. And I'm like, well, I won't find another one when there is a plethora of men all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really had to work on my mindset around that. And I had to work on my confidence, because like for me, I know I'm a good woman, right? And I have a lot to offer. I have a lot to bring to the table. But it's like when you are someone who is a good woman and you're beautiful and everything, you will attract all kind of men. But then it's up to you to pick and choose through like that one's not good, that one is not aligned with me, like that's not gonna work. And now that my son is a lot older, it's a lot easier for me to date now. I mean, like, it was easy for me to date when he was younger too. I mean, I had a babysitter, I had support and stuff like that. But now, since he's older, I feel like it's even easier now, and I have so many life
At the point
experiences.
of life where you're ready, you're ready to find the person that that become your life partner, that you spend like
Yeah,
here.
I am. And you know what? Now that I made that decision, because I'm not even gonna lie, before I used to date younger guys so that I wouldn't have to commit. I can truly say that. Like, I used to just date younger guys because I wouldn't have to commit to them, right? And I wasn't ready to commit. I had to do my own healing work on myself, right? But now it's like I've been doing the work and I'm good and I'm ready to step into that, like into that role. So it's like when I'm marrying, not when I'm like dating men, like it's easy for me to filter out the ones that are not right for me.
Yeah, it's easier for you now. Yeah, and no bull crap. And and I'm just gonna say this. I love how quickly it's not it. Like, you don't hold on. You like you you see what you need to see, you feel what you need to see, and Amber be like, I don't know, Coco. I'll be like, Amber, just just, I mean, have fun, go to dinner,
Yeah,
see
I
where it goes.
mean,
And then you be like, I just know. I just know. So I like that.
but I
It's
can
because
truly
because of
say,
your growth, because of where you are, because you're operating in your goddess energy, that you can tap into it and you can see the red flags have been going around social media now. You can see them, like, they're not out of color. You see the red, and you don't allow it to you know waste any more of your time. And I love that about you. Now with me, I didn't leave my marriage to be out here. Now I'm here and I'm there with this guy. No, that's not me. I'm that's not why I'm out here in this world. But I did discover that, what, I do want to find who's for me at this, phase of my life. I want, to have that person at this part of my life. So I'm not out here, finna be running from guy to guy. No, 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 no. I am fine with waking up, you know, enjoying who I enjoy, my friends and, my girlfriends, my nieces, my family and everything like that. Because I feel like that what happens is that, we as women, when we're not tapped in, it leaves us open. It leaves us open to too many experiences. We don't have to have all these dang on experiences. Allow yourself to enjoy, have fun, go to dinner, have drinks, um, but to have yourself, flowing, where when you've met that person and that person know that they've met you. right? So I'm not saying you don't have to, like, women, go out, meet people, have dinner, have drinks. You don't have to just sit at home or anything like that. So being in your feminine energy, it keeps you grounded, and it allows you to have fun because you're not out there thinking here's the thing. Stop thinking that it's about dating this person to see if they the one. No, it's not, or trying to find the one. I just want the one. No,
The
because
one will
everybody
find
needs
you.
to
The
connect to.
one, the
Yeah,
one will find you. The one will find you. I feel like
will find you.
the more I've dated, like the experiences, I'm closer. That's how I feel like right now. Like I feel like I'm so freaking close.
Yeah.
And I I haven't been looking for it.
Right.
And I haven't been
Right. You
looking for it for a long time. I've just been enjoying these experiences, right? I haven't been looking for it. And it's just crazy that the things that find you when you're not
when
looking,
you're
you're not
not.
chasing, your focus on your pleasure,
Yeah.
your focus on your life, your focus on your purpose. And those are the things that I've been focused on, my purpose, focusing on building a business and like just being me. And the person who's supposed to be for you is going to find you
Yeah, they
when you
will.
are just working on your life and being you, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Yeah. So how can we end this? If any of you that's watching, do you have any specific questions that you would like to ask? Please feel free to ask specific questions that you probably want to hear from us. We're not experts. We're just, well, she is. Let me rephrase it. She is. I'm basing it off my experience from my, the journey. But she is an expert. She know what she's talking about. She can.
Well, I'm not a
But with
relationship coach,
you're
but
not a relationship
but
coach,
you want to
but
talk about some goddess
yeah, yeah,
getting into
you can
your power?
get
That's me.
their power. Yeah. And so I'm speaking on, from a standpoint of a woman who was married, and I was happily married. Understand? It's just at the final part years of our life, things change, and I just had to make a decision. So but that marriage it was divine. It was me. That's why I will never regret it or anything like that, because it was divine. It was meant to be, for me to even be the woman that I am today. But I am looking forward. It's like, no, that's how I know that I am healed and I'm whole, because I'm looking forward to my future. I'm living and enjoying my now. Yeah. I could now I can continue on with good memories. You know what I mean? With the good memories that make me smile, and not those that, bring back, the negative. So that's what it means to get in your goddess, power, your feminine energy, where you're whole. You have freedom to be the woman that you are, right? The freedom to wake up every day and be the woman that you are. You have to make yourself happy, ladies. That's operating in your god energy and power. I feel like it's a lot more as time go by, when we do this again, that I would. Oh, that's so awesome. You
Thank
too.
you, Alexandria.
So yeah. So if you want to, like, wrap up and and have
Yeah,
some
we can go on because we took us forever to get
to,
on here,
to
but
actually get kicking and get started. Yeah.
I'm happy for anybody I'm grateful for anybody who comes in and watches the replay and watches what we had to say tonight and allow us to share. And so we're gonna go on and just end this live, and I know we'll do something else later on. But tonight we just really felt
Which,
that it was time to get on and just share, huh?
yeah, tonight was just a regular talk, a regular conversation. you know, just us sharing. And we really just wanted to be more laid back. We was high energy with that last one we did a couple of months ago. We was high energy, baby. We was bringing it, but we decided to just let this just be ease. You know, let this just flow from us with ease and just speak from, you know, just really speak with the words that come to us to say tonight. Because Amber and I, the reason why is because Amber and I are always on the phone talking. We are always, you know, saying things to each other. And we be like, somebody else need to hear that, or we need to say that, you know. But what led us to tonight is when we were discussing how we love that, you know, we aren't women that are desperate. Ooh, I don't think we said that tonight. That's what it is. A lot of women are desperate for love. They're desperate, you know, to find the one. Be desperate to wake up and be happy with yourself and love yourself and operate in your own power. And all of that other stuff is all the good stuff is gonna come your way.
Oh,
When
that's a
you
good way to end. We're going to end on that one.
I like
We're going to
that.
end on the one. So we're just going to thank you. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you on our next live when we choose and whatever to talk about. And you guys, I hope everybody has a great Friday night.